part of the Internet's future is wrapped up in technology. The rest is sociology. As the equipment linking computers on the net permits faster and faster connections, the door opens for more use of graphics and full motion, film, video, and even live action events.
Besides making the Internet more attractive, heavier use of graphics also makes it a lot easier to use. This technology is available now, but it's just not that practical an option for many users. But this is changing. Many telephone companies are beginning to offer digital phone lines for homes at more affordable rates. And a few cable television firms are also offering this service on a limited basis. And the availability will only grow.
The Internet also represents a new type of communication, one that permits people in separate places to meet in a new territory called cyberspace. It's an electronic landscape where people can interact, conduct business, and do whatever they normally do elsewhere. And once access to it becomes widespread, the Internet will likely turn what we call the global village into the global street corner.
Predicting what's to come is hard, but when we think about the future, I think it's probably worth looking at the present for clues. For example, Telluride, Colorado is a community that hopes it's wired for the future.
Telluride sits on the western side of Colorado's Rockies at an altitude of more than 9,000 feet. It may be geographically isolated, but the small town is directly linked to a much wider world because of the Internet and because of a community computer network called the InfoZone.
The reason we created the project was with all the hype about information highways, we felt we were a little information byway, a little off-ramp, and we're really concerned about the social implications of an information society. And rather than just talk about it, we decided to model what that might really look and feel and taste like.
The Telluride Institute, a nonprofit research group, helped fund the InfoZone. It maintains the equipment to link Telluride and surrounding communities directly to the Internet. It also provides public access sites. The Steaming Bean Coffee House is one place where anyone may use the computer to reach the InfoZone and the Internet.
The InfoZone project has brought global Internet connections here for local dial-up access, and also provided a community network that provides information about health services, education, government, and other community activities, as well as a place to talk and conference and have conversations about issues.
Well, like a lot of people who live either in or around Telluride, I have 2 or 3 jobs to be able to afford to live here. There are just so many ways of making money in town.
Peter Lert is an aviation and technical writer as well as a commercial pilot. He uses the Internet in all of his work.
As a writer in general, I get assignments over the Internet via email. Typically, I'll submit copy via Internet email because, of course, in this day of electronic typesetting, they would much rather have copy come in electronically than have to be keyed in after it comes in on paper. I get all of my weather briefings over the Internet or via computer. I do a lot of my flight planning and flight plan filing on the computer. And for example, right now, I'm working with some people and we're setting up an expedition to Nepal next year with a motorized glider for some weather research, and we're corresponding both among ourselves and with Nepal on the Internet.
The county library is another public access site. Anyone may use the computer, but frequent users of email are encouraged to open their own Internet accounts.
The library is an information source for the whole community, and without the Internet, we would be restricted to what we have right here in the library. In a small rural community like Telluride, we really need to reach out and find out what's in other communities, talk to other people, and get information from sources all over the world.
Ms. Clark also says the Internet connection has made a difference in her personal life as well.
As a single person, it is hard to meet people in a small community like Telluride. There are just not very many people here. I've found that I've met a number of people on the Internet and formed some very nice relationships. I happened to post an ad, actually, to one of the listservs called Alt Personals, and I had about 40 people answer my ad. Men.
Some people believe that communities like Telluride will become the norm in the future. They believe that the Internet will help create a new social landscape where people work, learn, and maybe even fall in love.
The internet is a work in progress. We can't tell you everything about it because it's changing every day.
That's right. In fact, the best advice we can give you is get on it and start exploring.
Let's go.